To access Google My Maps, we can type that name in the search bar and it's usually the first option. So let's click on it. OK, I'm currently signed with my Google account, so I can see here in the section Owned the maps that I have created before. Then there is the section Not Owned, which are the maps shared with me in Google Drive. OK, now I'm going to create a new map. And here you will get a notification that these maps are stored on your Google Drive account. And this happens because they are proper files and they need to be stored anywhere. Now click on Create. Alternatively, from Google Maps, you can open the side menu, go to Saved. Then in Maps, you can open Google My Maps from here or create a new map here at the bottom. So, to start a new map, we can enter first a location, which will be in this example the city of Vlore in the coast of Albania. So, you can notice a pin was added to the place Vlore, but it's possible to remove it later if I want. Then, it's also important to name the map, which can be, for example, Vlore Beaches. We can also add a description, and then click on Save. Now I'm going to start adding places to the map. I'm going to this beach here, click on it, and then Add to Map. OK, as you can see, this place was added to the list. Now we can repeat the same for 3 more beaches. Let's click on this one. Then there will be 2 beaches in this side, and I'm going to add both of them. OK, nice. Now let's zoom out to see how they look in a big scale. One nice setting we can do here is changing the color of the pins. For example, I'm going to click on Narta Beach and change it to this violet. Nice. Now we can change also Plaži John to green. So this is useful if you are good in associating colors with places, which can help you to remember when you look at the map later. Like, Narta Beach was the violet color. Now let's learn how to embed this map in your website. It's easy, but first we have to click on Share here and switch on this option so anyone with this link can view the map. This is mandatory to do. I'm basically sharing this file from Google Drive. Let's close. Then we have to click here and embed on my site. So this is the HTML code, which I have to copy and paste it in my site. And this is how it will appear. At the top, there is the profile picture and the name of the map owner, which can also be hidden if before you turn off this option to include the owner's profile picture and name. Now it's hidden. Also, this map is interactive, so we can move or zoom as we wish. So, the places we added before were placed in the layer by default, but now I'm going to add another layer for restaurants. It's easy. Go to Add Layer, and then I'm going to rename it to the name that I want, Restaurants. Now let's add 3 restaurants, and I will start with this one and add it to the map. For the next one, I'm going to show you a different way, which is typing the name in the bar above. Fami, it's here. Click on it, and then I click again in the icon in the map, and add it to the list. Finally, The last restaurant is this one. Now this is important. When I add a place to the map, it will go to the current layer, which is this one with the blue bar. In this case, it's the layer restaurants. Okay, before I taught you how to change the icon style for one place. This time, we want to use the same icon for all these restaurants. So for that, we have to click on Individual Styles and switch to Uniform. They are grouped now in all items. So I need to go here, change the color to this one, for example. And this time I'm going to pick a different icon, the restaurant symbol. Click there, and now the icons were updated. Now, let's add 2 more restaurants, this time places to eat pizza. But first, I'm going to rename the first layer by clicking here to Beaches in Vlore. This is more appropriate. Then, it's better to rename also the title to, instead of beaches, put Vlore Places. Okay, I'm going to search for one pizza restaurant, pizza, and this one is in Vlore, as you can see, so I click there and add it to the map. Then I'm going to search another one, and it can be this Pizza Napoli, and do exactly the same as before. So click on Add to the map. Now look at this. The pizza places were added to the first layer because it was the one selected. But it's not a problem. I can drag each of them to move it to the restaurant layer, which is where they should belong. Finally, let's change the icon for the pizza restaurants, and I'm going to use the same color for all the restaurants, which is the dark blue. Then, instead of the popular icons, I can find more here, and look, there are all these, and later you will have time to explore all of them, but for now, let's use the pizza icon in the Places category, this one. Click OK. Next, I need to select the icon also for the Pizza Napoli, but this time I can see here the pizza symbol, because I used it before. In conclusion, you can see that by using different symbols in this example, I can distinguish visually between the pizza and traditional restaurants. Also, when I am exploring the map, I can also hide the layers which I don't need at the moment. For example, now, only the beaches are visible. It's true that in this example, it was not a problem because I didn't add so many icons. But in some maps like this one, selecting only the layers that you want, it can really help. Once you finish, you can click on Preview to see the aspect when you share this map to anyone, and there are also a few things here, like collapse the map legend, zoom to viewport, which is the maximum zoom that displays all the icons. You can also embed the map or open it in Google Earth, which is also an interesting thing. Here you will not see as many advertisements or all the different kinds of places that Google Maps shows. So, if you want to learn more about Google Maps, you can check out my playlists in the description or click in the video showing in the screen. So, see you in the next time.